Hi, I'm Matt Brughelli. I'm here with James DeLacy, and we're going to demonstrate the eccentric drop squat. Okay, we're doing this because we believe that there needs to be more variety with eccentric exercise selection. And we like this exercise because it causes eccentric contraction through hip flexion as opposed to knee extension. All right, so we're trying to target the more proximal hamstring, so the long head of the biceps femoris, as opposed to the more distal hamstrings. Okay, so I'm going to have James get in position. So go ahead and step on the box. Now the first thing that we're going to look to do is get the right takeoff position. Okay, so we never step off the box going forwards. We don't want forwards momentum because that will cause more strain at the knee, and we want more activation at the hamstrings. Okay, so James is going to step off sideways, and he wants to drop straight down as much as possible. So I'll have James demonstrate that. Good. Okay, so that's the first thing. Never stepping off forwards, always sideways or backwards. So I'll have James demonstrate that as well. So going, yep. Good. Okay, so the next point is going to be the landing and the transition with this exercise. So what we want to do is we want to land flat-footed. Okay, so we want a bit of a stomp on the ground. Okay, that's going to activate the hamstrings, and then we want a smooth transition to long muscle lengths. Okay, so this is the hardest part, landing properly with the stomp, and then a smooth transition to the end position. Okay, so I'll have James demonstrate. Good, so you can see there was a bit of a pause, and then he went into the squat. Okay, so we want a little bit smoother, so I'll have him do that again. Okay, that was better. We'll go one more. Okay, good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to show you is the same exercise but on a higher box. Okay, if we increase the height, it'll make the transition even easier. Okay, so I'm going to have James go ahead and grab the bigger box. Okay, and now we're going to do the exact same thing. Good. The only thing I would point out is maybe don't go quite as far. Try and drop straight down. Good, that was better. And you can see James is pushing off his thighs when he comes up. Okay, we want to take the activation off the hamstrings from after we reach the bottom position. So we push off the thighs to come up. That's the last point. Okay, next we're going to talk about strategies for overload. Okay, so one thing I like to do is add resistance to the athlete. Okay, we don't want to increase the height and the resistance at the same time. You can do one or the other. So I'm going to have James demonstrate now with a 10-kilo plate how we would add more resistance. So he's going to hold it in front of him, and James is going to step off backwards. Good. We'll go one more. Good, and you can see how this puts him in a really good position to counterbalance with the weight in front. Okay, so again, we can either increase height for overload or resistance. We don't want to do both though. Okay, so in summary, the key points again, stepping off the box, we always step off to the side or backwards and never forwards. The transition landing, we want to land again flat-footed, so we want that stomp. Okay, we want the muscles to be activated through that stomp, and then a smooth transition right away without a pause to the final position where the muscles are at long lengths. And then to come up, if we're not holding any weights, we'll push off the thighs to come up. Okay, that's the eccentric drop squat. Thanks.